Hello and welcome to another episode of T260. Today we're going to be doing an American or North American classic, because there are a few other countries that do this, is cornbread. So I need you to go ahead and grab your favorite Dutch oven. Let's go ahead and head on outside and get this wonderful camping dessert treats started, whatever you want to call it. So first things first, when it comes to getting your Dutch oven ready, right now we're just using an 8-inch Lodge, which is the smallest that they carry. We're going to go ahead, we need to go ahead and spray it with a good coating of oil. And yes, you need to spray your top as well. This is to keep it from rusting. When the moisture condenses, once you take the coals off, it will all stick to the top and cause this to rust. Now, we got that. It's time to get our coals on top. And this one doesn't take very many because it's just a little 8-inch Dutch oven. I think it only takes about, so if I recall, 7 when it comes to these B&B coals. And it looks like I'm correct. And so I got about 7 on top, and we're going to do 3 on bottom. Now it's important to preheat your Dutch oven before actually putting the cornmeal mix in there. And the reason for this is if you don't, you'll have it stick to the bottom. Even though you sprayed it, it will stick to the bottom. So we're going to warm up that Dutch oven first, and then once it's to the right temperature, after about, about 5-10 minutes, or when I feel that it's warm enough, then we'll go ahead, lift the lid up, and then pour the mix in. So now that we got our Dutch oven warming up, it's now time to get our ingredients together. Okay, we need 2 cups, which has already been poured in there, of cornmeal. This is just whatever was at my local store. We're going to go ahead and mix the rest of our dry ingredients in there. We got 2 teaspoons of our baking powder. And just go ahead and dump that in there. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I got these all marked so I don't misspeak. Alrighty, and my wife's family, they're from Mexico, and they actually like to add sugar to their cornbread. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. Now for our wet ingredients, we're going to go ahead and add 2 beaten eggs, 2 cups of milk, 1 teaspoon, we forgot this, 1 teaspoon of, is this salt? And 2 tablespoons of oil. Forgot that one last ingredient. And then you're going to go ahead and give it a good stir. Now we got it all stirred up. It will be quite liquidy, as you can see. Now you can add anything you want. Some people like to add little pieces of cheese in it. Some people like to add some dry jalapenos. However you like your cornbread, go ahead and do this. There's no really wrong way of doing it unless it ends up tasting horrible. But this is the consistency we want. See how liquidy it is. And now it's time to go ahead and we'll go ahead and pour this in our Dutch oven. So it's been about 10 minutes or so. We're going to go ahead and take the lid off of this and pour in our mix. Now, if you feel like you need to spray just a tiny bit of oil, go ahead. And let's go ahead and pour our mix in. Now I did add an extra an extra 1/8 of a cup of sugar. I felt like it just wasn't quite enough. So if you're keeping up with us, that is 3/8 of a cup of sugar. Now I have been noticing with the analytics, I'm getting a lot of people outside of North America, especially like Great Britain, New Zealand, Ireland. So I'm curious of how many of you have tried cornbread before, and if you had, please put that in the comments that you have. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on here, and it should take anywhere from 25-30 minutes, depending if this wind starts catching up again. It may take a little longer, but let's go ahead and let that cook and do its thing. So it's been 28 minutes and our cornbread is done. We gotta go ahead and take it off the coals. We'll let you take a look at it. It's already kind of separating from the sides, which is what we want, getting a little crusty. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take this inside, let it cool down, and we'll let you take a look at it, and we'll even take a little bite of it. So we've had a chance for the cornbread to cool down a little bit. It's still pretty warm. Let me go show you this lid. This is, earlier I showed you I sprayed the top of it. You can see right there, can my camera lady see that? How much moisture gets on there. That's why you actually spray it, otherwise it will rust your lid. So I've cut myself a little bit of a piece of cornbread. Now, if you're not from the States, one of the common things we put on it is butter or some honey. And we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. Now, a little disclaimer, this isn't my recipe. This is just literally what was on the package. I've actually never tried this particular recipe. The only thing I changed on it was just adding some sugar. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little taste of this and see how it came out. Really good, actually. This one came out quite good. Really good, actually. So if this is something you like, please subscribe. If you've had this but you're not from North America, please comment. And if you happen to be in the South Texas area, we started our Dutch oven classes at Lake Corpus Christi State Park. They're already on their calendar now. So once a month, we'll be out there teaching how to cook. But for the rest of y'all, this is Adam with T260 signing off.